We are so woke in the military. We're losing recruits right and left. Secretary Del Toro of the Navy, he needs to get to building ships. He needs to get to recruiting, and he needs to get wokeness out of our Navy. We've got people doing poems on aircraft carriers over the loudspeaker. It is absolutely insane of the direction that we're headed in our military.
Oh, my Lord. Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama on Wednesday accusing the Navy of being woke, saying sailors are reading poems over the loudspeakers. Meanwhile, Tuberville's block on military promotions has prevented over 300 service members so far from being confirmed into new positions. Joining us now, former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO, retired four-star Navy Admiral James Stavridis. He is the Chief International Analyst for NBC News. And Joe, I know you have the first question, but I just don't understand why Republicans can't figure out a way to deal with Tommy Tuberville.
Well, they don't care enough to. They really don't. They're totally fine with the readiness of the United States suffering, obviously. They're obviously, by their own actions, I tell you what, if I'm running that conference, I'm getting everybody in a press conference and we're telling Tommy, hey, Tommy, you're not coaching football anymore. We're not talking about X's and O's. We're not talking about whether you go to the Sugar Bowl or the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl or whatever bowl you want to go to. By the way, they had the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl, I think, last time in 1974. Tommy, this is life and death. Right. This is about the strength of the United States military. This is about us being able to have leaders in place to project power. Hey, Tommy, this is about not having the Marine Corps Commandant for the first time in 150 years. This is about having three services not having a military leader with a full range of power necessary to plan forward. This is about children whose mothers and fathers have chosen to serve in the United States military to protect and defend this country. Children who don't know right now, as a new school year starts, where they're going to go, because promotions have been held up, because they're all sitting in limbo, because Tommy Tuberville is trying to make a point on abortion that even the good people of Alabama are telling him to drop. It's just all part of an ongoing attack by the Republican Party against the United States Armed Forces. They love to say we're weak. They want you to believe that the United States of America is weak, that our military is weak. You talk to a Marine, Quantico, have you spent 5 minutes with a Navy SEAL or with the recruits that are trying to become SEALs, the candidates in Coronado? An Army Ranger in Northwest Florida going through camp in North. I mean, have you spent any time with these people? You make fools of yourself when you say they are weak, that our military is weak, that you would rather them fight like Russians than Americans. You have betrayed your inner thoughts and the fact that your inner thoughts are really un-American. What do you call it when a Republican Party says they would rather our troops fight like Russians than Americans? What do you call it when they hold up three service leaders from taking charge to run their services? What do you call it when a jackass is trying to make a political point that nobody gets, even the people in his own home state, the very conservative state of Alabama, don't get, when you hold up the Marine Corps from having a commandant for the first time in 150 years? Why aren't the Republicans calling this out? Why isn't everybody calling this out? Let's bring in Admiral James Stavridis. I'm sick and tired of these people tearing down the military. I'm sick and tired of these Republicans tearing down the United States of America. I'm sick and tired of them tearing down our soldiers and our sailors and our Marines, saying they're weak and they're woke? Not to keep repeating a point? But ask 500 Russians in the Wagner Group in Syria who tried to bum rush our troops. Ask them how weak and woke we are. You can't, because they're dead. They died within 5 minutes of trying to bum rush the United States military, the men and women in the United States military. Admiral, I mean, how long does this go on? When do the Republicans actually start putting readiness and national security ahead of petty political points?
Yeah, it's got to start now. And by the way, it just makes my head explode when I hear this trope that, oh, the military is so woke and reading poetry.
I hope you guys...
It is absolutely ridiculous. And unlike Senator Tuberville, I've been on submarines. I've been on carriers. I've been with Navy SEALs. I commanded 150,000 troops in combat in Afghanistan. I've seen our troops forward. Let me tell you what's happening on ships right now. They are launching missiles. They are sailing around the world. They are conducting real-world operations from the Persian Gulf to the Eastern Mediterranean to the Black Sea to the Western Pacific and the South China Sea. So don't talk about something that you don't know anything about, Senator Tuberville. Point two.